What? I'm going to show you something that is going to totally blow your rocks off.
Hi. How are you?
Hello? I think you guys got a new band happening here. Hey, guys. Oh, big one, huh? All right.
I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
Hey there. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the Under the Bus Network podcast every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. This is episode 4. And I'm Caleb Rappaport, and I'm with Mr. Jay Hannon.
Whoa.
Wow, that was clean.
Whoa, we got to figure this out. There we go.
And Mr. BonerJams.
BonerJams.
Look at that. And we'll wait for him a sec. We got someone else. But first, how's everyone's week going? Anything interesting go on? Jay, did you do anything interesting this weekend or this week? This weekend?
Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, we're in a 3-piece.
See you, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, we're a 3-piece right now. Okay. So yeah, I just got to pull it up, pull it out,
Pull it up,
whip it out.
Look out!
Yeah. Let's see what I did this weekend. Ready?
Oh, yeah. You got something for us?
I think it's pretty riveting if you ask me.
Oh, let's check it out.
Here we go. Let's see what I did.
dude. That baby blue looks great on you, by the way.
I'm digging the V.
That's right. What do you guys think?
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, why? That wasn't not good enough?
Oh, I mean that's fine, I guess. Oh, you're drinking too. Good.
Oh, sweet. You're hydrating.
I was wondering if you were gonna have a drink with that. Is that one of those Dorito shell tacos?
No, that's a good angle on your nose too.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
Hey, that's funny because I did something interesting this week too. Here, let me bring it up for you.
Yeah, let's see what you got, bro.
Well, here we go. You're up.
Oh,
what are we doing?
Check this out. And it's interesting because it's Mexican food too. This is interesting. This is a total coincidence, by the way. We didn't plan this.
It is a coincidence.
We didn't plan any of this. This is all just, yeah.
That's amazing. Is that a bean burrito?
Oh, that's something. There's my La Croix.
The Remy LaCroix. I like it.
Yes. That's something called the Surf and Turf burrito. It's shrimp and steak. It comes off one of these super trucks that park nearby. Fantastic.
Some scrimps. Nice.
Yeah. Hey, by any chance, BonerJam, you don't have anything like this, right? That would be too much of a coincidence, right?
I did video some. I was at work, and I thought I'd bring you in little in the insurance world. Why don't you guys see that? Jay, if you can bring that up, please.
Oh,
no way.
I'm drinking a protein shake.
What are the chances?
Who filled that?
Who filmed it?
No, who filled it? We know.
Yeah,
is there room in the? No, there's no room. But
no, I'm gonna fucking it up.
Okay, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, just hydrate a little vitamin water. That's how I roll.
Good.
Try and keep it.
I like the handheld too. That's good. That was in the memo.
Bro team.
Nice. Wow. What are the chances that we'd all make riveting videos like this? I don't know. Hey, is it time to bring in our featured guest? There's Kurt, our man Kurt, our fourth piece to this 4-piece is on a plane right now to Vegas from Washington. So he's unable to join us this week, but we do have someone that you might all remember from the interwebs and a good old friend of ours, Mr. Neanderthal Marshall, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey now.
Welcome.
Hey now. Where's the
gentlemen?
There he is.
What's up, man?
Drinking a little Sam Boston Lager.
Nice.
That was a
enjoying
late
Wednesday.
applause. Late applause. Sorry, Paul. You deserve.
That's
You
all right.
deserve better. You deserve way better.
Way
Well,
better.
You know what? The production values on this show are significantly improved, so
Are
I'm
you
very,
digging?
very happy. Hang on, should I use? I'll give you this for the.
No,
No, not on this show.
Oh, sorry.
No, not on this show. No, we don't want to get accused of copying anybody.
Right.
Hey, you
know, the interesting guys. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I still have a little bit left.
oh yeah, that's right. You had
a lot of questions have asked. Yeah, where have I been? I got COVID this week.
Oh, you said the word. Good.
Yeah, that's all right. I got it this week, and the important thing though is to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
And ironically, I noticed that Jay was eating a taco. You were eating a very, very healthy looking surf and turf burrito.
Yeah.
I too made sure to eat healthy this week.
What? You
roll that fabulous bean?
No
footage.
way. No way.
No, we got it. We got it. Let's see what we got here, Paul.
Oh my God. You're kidding.
Hi.
Mm-hmm. This is riveting content, by the way.
Wow.
Ready.
Oh my God. Is that Paul?
Oh, it is.
Wow. That's Paul Marshall's microwave, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a rental.
Okay.
Oh, it's already
that
busting at the seams. Look at that.
Yeah, you might have 10 seconds too long.
42 seconds each side.
Okay. You
quality.
have it down.
It's quality. Yeah, it's a system. They say 45, but 42 is enough.
Oh yeah. I want one of those now. No sour cream?
No salsa?
Oh, look at that. That's such a beautiful angle.
Just straight raw dog in it?
Yeah.
Raw dogging.
Why? Why is it? Because it's the greatest food ever.
That is good.
Wow.
So, yep. Riveting content. You can't get entertainment like that anywhere else on the internet.
No, you can't. And nobody feel like they need to, reimburse us for what we ate in these videos. Okay. So
yeah, we don't
I know everybody wants to just throw money at us for that.
No.
We don't do the videos so people would just, happen to throw money out so that we'd be reimbursed. It would almost seem like we were making the video.
Do we have any
that money? But we're not. So
do we have any? I noticed BonerJams has colored lights. Is there any chance you can change those colored lights for a nominal fee?
Oh man.
I don't know what you're talking about. But God, we miss Kurt. We'll see Kurt next week. Did we get any message from Kurt though? Like,
well,
we have any?
It's funny you say that because something's coming in right now.
What?
Oh, no kidding.
From the plane?
Yeah, I think he's in the what is it called on the plane? Like the cockpit.
Latrine. The latrine.
Yeah. So
the water closet.
Let's see, Kurt. Let's see what he's up to.
Kurt has a Mac.
Whoa. Oh, this
What's he doing?
This is amazing. Oh, that's a Pacifico. So he's doing it right already. Look at that. Does the side pour so you can decrease the head. That's
well,
that's
the important part about that is you're really only renting that. You don't really get to keep it. You really rent that for about 40 minutes.
Like the 12-ounce beer in the 16-ounce glass. That's great. Okay.
Classy.
Very.
Wait, is he fruiting his beer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
You have to with a Pacifico or a Corona. So it's the law.
Okay.
Here we go. That looks like soy sauce.
Sriracha. Nice. 2007 approves.
Whoa.
He's throwing sriracha rope all over.
Wow. Wow, there's some post-production on this.
Yeah. some Foley.
Dude, that's a violent napkin unfurling. That is
Wow.
Yep.
Oh
boy, that was worth it.
Man.
Yep.
You're chewing?
Oh no, you gotta turn it up. Or you gotta fix that in post again.
Your move, SoCal.
Wow.
All right, that's one down.
Amazing.
Jesus. And in true Family Guy style, it goes on way too long.
Yep.
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Or in true other guy style. So yeah, that's good.
There you go, Kurt. Thanks, man.
Well done, Kurt.
Nice job, Kurt. You are missed.
And ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the Under the Bus's first organized bit. So thank you very much.
Organized is a strong word.
We should end the show right now because that was just brilliant. But we won't. We still have an hour and 46 minutes left or whatever.
Oh, is this a 2-hour show?
We try.
Oh,
I don't know. That's once we get rolling, I think it's hard to stop. So
sure.
But anyway, I think we have some people in the chat. Looks like we have around over 660 people. Wow. That's
damn.
impressive.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. That's fantastic.
Thanks for joining.
How about since Paul, you haven't done it in a long time, you want to read off the names in the chat, or you have it up?
Oh,
or do you
Jesus.
We got like 60 watching right now, which I think might have broken a record for our show. See what happens when you bring Paul in and you get Kurt the. I'm joking.
That's
Kurt.
right.
All right, you ready? Let's see if I get everybody. Andy Carson. I'm not going to mention BonerJams. He knows he's here. Donnie Beam, False Flag from Crank Anchors. By the way, congratulations, False Flag, on your album.
Yes, he sent it to me today or last night, and I will give it a listen.
Yep. Glenn Danzig eats cum. Good to see you. Jeannie says she's got a wrench. Good for her. Hen 6 Solo, Hugh Caldwell, Jimmy Ka, Joe Hervey 84, Joke Riddler, Leo Safko, Murray Busam. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I hope I am. Mikey Mojo, Mr. Richway, Nelson Rodriguez, Randy Price, Renus Pinkle, Steve Carmichael, Ted Sanchez, and Warlag. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
2 in the Renus, 1 in the Pinkle.
So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, and thank you for all the nice messages and emails and stuff asking about where the hell I've been for I don't know a month and a half or so. I have a job,
a real job. Yeah,
I have a job, and we raised $75,000 for veterans with PTSD and traumatic brain injuries to put them together with some service dogs. That's a great organization here in Phoenix.
You do that yearly, right? That's
we do. We do it every year. It's Operation Pets and Vets, and it's for an organization called Soldier's Best Friend, and it's a local group here who basically they get these dogs out of shelters. They put them through a battery of tests to make sure that they're they have the acumen to be a service animal, and then they pair them up with a veteran who has TBI or PTSD or has a need for a service dog. And literally these dogs save lives. It's an amazing. We got a story about a guy who was literally on the ladder with the noose around his neck, and the dog would not let him get above the 3rd step, was grabbing him and keeping him from going up. So it's a really humbling thing. So we got a chance to do that. We also gave somebody 214 pounds, I think 212 pounds in meat. We did a thing called Win Your Weight in Meat. So, we're changing lives here on the radio program.
Fantastic. And that's you and your partner. That's you and your partner.
Mark.
You can mention Mark, right?
Yeah, so. Mark and Neanderthal, weekday mornings 5 to 10, KSLX in Phoenix. That's our so I have a real job. I don't get a chance to just hang out here and solicit money from strangers to try and pay my way through the internet and or a gift list or wish list on Amazon for free shit.
Right. And yes, none. You don't have one of those, Jay, do you?
What?
You don't.
Jay already high.
Jay's hitting buttons. No, he's pushing buttons. It's hard. It's hard. He's pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons is tough.
And then I got COVID.
Like and subscribe.
I said it again.
So Paul,
make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. By the way, everyone, that helps with the algorithm and all that.
And we're nearing. We're like a few away from 200, which is pretty cool for us. I know that might not seem a lot to some people, but it takes some effort and it takes some time to get these YouTube channels off the ground and rocking and rolling. So
ironically, it only seems to take a week to ruin one, though.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, if you insult like long-term members of the community, it's pretty easy to do that. But anyway, I digress. We just passed 1,000 views on our first initial broadcast, episode 1, which is very cool. Thank you all for watching that. It was a bit of a train wreck, but I think it was a good start for us. And we're getting better every week and having more fun. And it's just cool to be back and doing this with, some of the guys and you guys in the
friends.
chat.
With real friends. Real friends are really what this is all about. Real friends hanging out, bullshitting on YouTube, just talking about whatever's going around without asking you to give us money to do it.
Exactly.
Who's echoing? Hold on, who's echoing? Is it Brian?
I don't know.
Hello?
Check.
Definitely not me.
Hup.
Oh,
So Paul.
Nope, not me.
No, so Paul, you were just sick a little bit.
Yeah, I had the new variant, the one that everybody is talking about that is apparently responsible for 70% of the infections over the past week. Yeah. So I got it. I literally got it just hanging out with a friend, and next thing you know,
I have a question. Did you have sick nuts?
Did I have what?
Sick nuts. You know what sick nuts are, right? When you're sick, you have a fever and your balls like just they try to get away. They try to get away from your body.
No. But I will tell you this, in support of what's going on with Roe v. Wade and all that stuff. I am scheduled to get a vasectomy.
Yeah, I got to get one too.
That's very smart.
I'll fly out to Arizona. They'll do 2 for 1. Can we get that? Can we make that happen?
Get a 2 for 1 deal? Yeah, I actually got it a Groupon on Amazon. It was Amazon Prime Days, so I ordered it on that.
Yeah, I'm just
Boner,
gonna.
Do you say anything during this show?
I'm just gonna pull out at the top of just like pull out immediately.
Yeah,
like,
my pull-out game is on point.
Yeah.
Strong pull-out game. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good philosophy. Use that. Go with that.
Think that's the case, and then she grabs your hips, and you ain't going nowhere.
Well, yeah, because she wants it. She's seen the product. It is the leading brand. Who doesn't want me to be the father of their kid?
The leading brand.
I mean, if you think passing the head is going to be tough, imagine the shoulders.
Wow.
Good stuff.
So
so I did get sick.
Is there any news in music this week at all?
Yeah.
Brian, do you have anything?
Yeah, there's a few things I wanted to chat about. First and foremost, breaking news. Can you play the breaking news music, Jay, that we have?
We have breaking news music.
We do.
Wow, all of this and you didn't pay for it.
Under the bus, breaking news.
So let's
With BonerJams.
let me add it to the stream here, if you don't mind, boys.
Yep.
I'll add it. Let's see. Share
You can
screen.
pull up the
The
article.
dogs are great to everybody in the chat. Thank you. The dogs are doing fine. Thanks for asking.
That's good.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Breaking news. Pantera. The 2 surviving members are going to reunite and tour in 2023.
Can't tell you how uninterested I am in this.
I don't know, guys.
did.
Out of everyone who knows I watches Metal Wednesday, and Pantera is one of my all-time favorite bands, and there's no Pantera without Dimebag Daryl. I'm sorry, there isn't. So
The brothers,
I don't
right?
know.
Yeah.
It'd be like David Lee Roth and Michael Anthony doing Van Halen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain bands that can get away with it. I mean, let's face it, there are bands like LA Guns and Rat that have gone out with no original members. And I mean, look at Quiet Riot now. Nobody in Quiet Riot was in Quiet Riot during their heyday. But Pantera,
Sarzo.
yeah, but he just came back because he's probably getting a fat paycheck just to keep people coming through the door.
Actually, it was Frankie's dying wish was that a perennial member be in the band at least
at all times. Sure.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, have you ever listened to the music that Anselmo writes outside of Pantera?
Hmm.
Not many people do. I mean, that's the point. The point is that Pantera, and by the way, I'm not a huge Pantera fan. I've been famously quoted as saying I found them to be somewhat overrated. But that saying, that said, Pantera is Dime and Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the Damage Plan record was a poorly produced Pantera record, but it was a Pantera record.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very difficult to put a band back together without the creative element behind the band. That would be like Led Zeppelin without Jimmy Page. That would be like Van Halen without Eddie. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. Down is cool, but it's not Pantera.
No, thank God, and they shouldn't be. And Down's awesome. I love Down, but
Yeah, I do too.
Pantera is the peak of metal for me. And if there's no Dimebag Daryl and no Vinnie Paul, what's the point? I really think I really don't know what this is. I don't get it.
It's going to be a tribute tour, right? It's not going to be. They're not going to be dubbed Pantera, isn't it? Going to be.
But what makes this any better than seeing any cover band?
Right.
A great Pantera tribute band.
At least you have two people from the band in it, I guess.
So,
well, it's better than a tribute band, in my opinion. Even though Phil can't sing any of the Pantera stuff anymore.
Right.
What do you think, Jay?
I saw that link. You sent it, right, into our Gizmachi thread, and I was instantly like, oh, man, why? You know?
Yeah, some legends are best left dead. You know, I think that one of the things that the guys in Led Zeppelin did, you know, it took them 6 or 7 shows to get it right. But then they finally got it right, and they realized, okay, it took us a couple times. We couldn't do it at the Atlantic 40th. We didn't do it at Live Aid. You know, we didn't do it at Jason's wedding. We didn't do it like there were all these like starts and stops. Finally, they get the O2 show to happen. They pull the car out of the garage. They show everybody how fucking special it is, and then they put it away. And they're smart. They're not going to swing at a home run that's already been hit. I don't know that there's anything that Pantera can do. You know, the surviving members of Pantera can do that doesn't tarnish the legacy of the band.
Yeah. Who's going to play guitar and who's going to drum?
Well, it's not going to be Zach, that's for sure. I mean, they've made it clear. Phil has made it clear that it won't be Zach. And it's interesting because I have a friend named Dan Festuca, and Dan is the guy that owns a lion. He owns a huge lion, and he does. We've sent you the videos of that guy. He's like wrestling with his lion. And Dan brings up a good point. Zach and Dime's styles are totally different. They're not the same guitar player, and
Agreed.
So you've got to find somebody that plays like Dime.
Zach doesn't use a whammy bar.
And I don't know that there's anybody out there that plays like Dime.
Dime is a whammy bar king. Like he's one of the best whammiers ever. So it's like those are his main tricks, you know.
You know, Donnie Beam brings up a good point. Charlie Benante and drums would be great because Charlie's a fantastic drummer. And I believe one of the most underrated drummers in metal. But who plays guitar? I mean, that is a very difficult. I mean, does Kerry King do it? Is Kerry King the guy? Because there's a guy that can beat on the whammy, but I don't know that he. I mean, Kerry's a decent guitar player.
Dimes. He can't play
right.
dimes.
No, Kerry doesn't have the chops to.
He's
play
decent.
Yeah,
he's decent.
But like
he's not
Jeff
Dime.
Loomis or something like that. Maybe somebody like that.
I think you have to have 2 guitarists. Honestly.
You might have to.
Yeah.
But here's my question: Are there any serious Pantera fans who want this type of thing? You know what I mean?
No, well, I don't know what defines serious Pantera fan, because you know
I'm a huge Pantera fan. I mean, I think that Vulgar Display of Power is one of the greatest heavy metal albums.
Absolutely, it is the premier metal album of the 90s.
Yeah,
even though it came out in the late 80s.
It's amazing, but I'm not interested in this at all.
Agreed. I'm not either.
I think it. I don't think that there's any way, much like we've talked about with the potential Van Halen tribute tour, I don't think that there's any way you can do it justice. There have been very few tribute tours that have worked in that way. I mean, the Queen with Paul Rodgers, as great as that looks on paper, Paul Rodgers and Freddie Mercury are different singers. But you need to have, it's going to have to be a name guy. It can't be Pantera. Yes. Can't bring a nobody in there to do that. And I will tell you, there's one guy that I think that could do it. Nick Bocott. Nick Bocott from Grim Reaper.
Is that a named guy though? Come on.
Well, he is in the metal world. In the metal world, Nick Bocott's.
I don't know who Nick. I know who Grim Reaper is, but I don't.
Right.
I don't know who that name. But my buddy Nick. Joe says Jeff Loomis, because he could play all that shit. He could play anything.
I said Loomis first.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. How about that?
Mitch Malloy. That'd be.
Mitch Malloy could sing that stuff. How great is it to see Mark Kendall just passive aggressively punch Mitch Malloy in the dick? Mark Kendall is one of the nicest guys on the face of the earth.
Nick Bonaconda.
I didn't know
sure
that.
He had his hands.
Yeah,
full
Nick
there.
Bocott is the guy that you see in the Sweetwater. Yeah, the English guy.
No, I didn't know that.
Player.
Holy shit! God damn.
I have a person who can do it. It would be Ola England. That dude loves Dimebag and Pantera.
He actually he played the original whatchamacallit? Dime from Hell. the guitar.
Nick did when I was working at WAAF in Boston, it was called the Indoor Beach Party. It was a thing we did every spring when it was fucking 12 degrees in Boston. And we would bring sand inside a hockey arena and basically set up a volleyball court and do a beach party inside in like March. And Nick came out when Black Label Society was playing, and we got Vinny to get up on stage for the first time. If this was literally like a year after Dime got shot. And we had Vinny on stage playing with Black Label. It was supposed to be the entire guys from Damage Plan with Zach on guitar, but Pat and Bob didn't feel comfortable doing it, even though we had 50 Hells Angels around the stage providing security. But Nick Bocott got up and did like a 15-minute solo tribute to Dimebag, and it was tear-jerking. It was so emotional and such an amazing thing. Nick has such great reverence and ability to play those things. He's a chameleon as a guitar player, but I don't know. Again, we're talking about a big name being the guy.
Hal Sparks is busy, Hugh Caldwell. Just don't give him any more work, okay?
Can Hal play guitar?
He can.
Can he really?
Yeah,
of course
he can.
I mean, fucking talented guy.
He can't play like Dimebag.
Like you.
No, I didn't. I wasn't going to say that.
Hey now.
Wow.
No, yeah, small mouth guy says Neanderthal is back.
Thank you. By the way, thank you for the kind welcome back. It's just great to be hanging with my friends again.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I need another beer, but I got to go get it.
Any other music news?
Yeah, the other thing which is pretty interesting is if anyone's watched Stranger Things this past season, the last episode, no spoilers here, but Eddie Munson is playing Master of Puppets, and that song has blown up.
It's on the top 40 chart.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Metallica has a top 40 hit
From 1986.
Yeah.
Because of it.
It's crazy just to see what pop culture is doing for music, with Kate Bush and Running Up the Hill, and now Master of Puppets and Metallica. It's great. Like the average person who doesn't listen to metal only knows Enter Sandman or maybe, some stuff off the Black Album, but hell yeah. To have Master of Puppets waving the flag for metal, that's cool with me.
Well,
to be honest,
Master of Puppets is the greatest metal album of all time.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It arguably is one of the greatest. To be honest, how big Stranger Things is, they could have put a fucking Gizmachi song in there, and we wouldn't be top 40. We'd be top 4,000. But that's how. I don't even think I ever heard that Kate Bush song before. And
no, that was a big song.
That's
really.
Mm-hmm.
After watching season 4, I don't want to hear that fucking song again. Because I'm watching it with Jeannie, and I'm like, there comes a time where this bitch is gonna get sick of this shit, and it's not gonna be her favorite song anymore. I hated the song by the end of it.
No,
that's a good song too.
I never liked that song. But
I don't like the song, but Kate Bush has serious credibility. She's tight with the guys in Pink Floyd, and David Gilmour is part of the reason why she has a record deal. She's actually way more talented. She's bigger in Europe than she is here in the United States, as is often the case with bands like Muse and The Answer. Yeah. So she's super talented and was back in the day very, very cute. And that's a big song. And apparently she owns the publishing to it. So she's getting all of the residuals.
Yeah,
she's getting all the residuals. Somebody said she's making somewhere like $200K a week.
She's printing money in her basement right now.
Yeah. No, she's apparently cashing in right now.
I think she made like $4 million since it's premiered a couple months ago.
She's made like $200K, $250K a week off of that song.
Good for her.
She could trim her bush.
Ah.
Did I say that out loud?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Like this?
This is bullshit. I want Bush. Pan down.
That exactly.
What the fuck is a frush?
That's such a great movie.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if she has Bush. You think
it's an interesting phenomenon? Bush comes and goes.
I don't like Bush.
On the one hand, the hardwood floor is a fun place to wax.
Poetic.
And then you got the landing strip, which is always kind of fun. But like full on bush, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm in Crowbar.
Yeah, it's like dental floss then.
Everything comes around, right? Again, so
That's not cool. I don't feel like wearing a safari, like bringing a machete with me. I'm all set.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to sort of wade through the weeds, you know, like a snake.
Part the hairs.
Yeah.
But
you know,
speaking of the Stranger Things, you know, we had Master Puppets played during that part. What other song would have been awesome to play? I think Raining Blood from Slayer would have been awesome to play at that part. What do you think, Jay?
I mean, I think you could pick any iconic metal song and it would have completely blown up, exploded like somebody that we're friends with over here, right? Like this guy.
Here we go.
It would have done all over the internet.
Wouldn't be a show without our sixth member.
That's who's filling Kate Bush's bank account right now. Is that guy?
You know, it was only like a couple of years ago where I realized Peter North his name was a pun. It took me forever. I never like at one point I don't know. It might have even been when we were talking, Jay, on the other show. I don't remember the name, but we were hanging out, and I think you had said something about Peter North, and you're like, greatest porn name ever, and I was like, yeah, I mean it's pretty good, and I was like, oh, come on, like all of a sudden a light went off in my head. I was like, gee, because that's the most important thing about it is the name is a pun, but it's so believable that you really have to be decadent to recognize what it is. There you go.
Well, it took me literally 40 years plus to realize that one of the most famous basketball players of all time had the greatest porn name ever, Magic Johnson. It's the greatest porn name ever.
And only guy to beat AIDS.
Right.
Sure.
Hey,
which proves that his name was prophetic.
Yes.
And there is a theory that he never even had it.
Oh,
you got to read up
conspiracy.
on that. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Conspiracy.
Even if it's not true, but then again, who knows? It's
on the internet. It must be true.
Everything. Yeah. Everything is true.
I know that guy.
Ooh, how about that guy?
There you go. Look at that.
I've never looked sexier than that picture. That's a great picture.
That's your new. You need to put that on all your socials, right there.
Absolutely. You know, I do like the fact that you made the bags under my eyes look very sexy.
I didn't do that. I think did Kurt or Caleb made that, right?
I think Kurt did.
Kurt made it in the in that app that
I've never looked that good.
Yeah, Kurt never looked that good either.
Kurt's never looked that good. I've never looked this good. I mean, Brian's never looked that. I've never looked that good.
You look like a member of Devo in that picture.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah.
Technically,
I love Devo. By the way, Devo's a fantastic band.
Oh, there we go.
That picture's awesome.
I like the no fingernail. That's really good. It looks like a dick with a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to the fingernail?
I don't know. Just didn't make it.
Looks like I have a drawn-on mustache too.
Yeah.
But hey, I've been doing something for a while now, and it really caught on the last few days. And
hair will grow in the palm of your hands if you keep doing that.
Dude, I'd have bush. Speaking of Kate Bush, my hands would be
bush
like fur, Brillo pads. That's what they would be. So these guys are always talking about golf, and we have a par 3 golf course, literally like right down the street from our house. Whenever we leave, we drive past the par 3 golf course.
Well, you're close to Myrtle Beach,
is really
right?
rolling in.
You're close to Myrtle Beach.
He is in Myrtle Beach.
And there's 1,000 golf courses in the area there. So
yeah. Yep. So there's a par 3, and the road is literally like right next to where people are teeing off and putting. So man, the last 2 days I've been catching them perfectly. Yesterday, guys teeing off. Right, what does it go to? Is it called the backswing when it gets up there? Right?
Yeah. Takeaway backswing.
Dude, beep, the horn. Next thing you know, the swing is off. The guy's looking over.
Oh, you're that guy?
Oh, fuck yes, I'm that guy, man. Oh, I love it. It's so fun to do that.
You ruined that guy's day. He might have had the greatest round going of all time, and you just fucked him.
I hope he did.
I didn't think your heavy stuff's coming down for a while.
Wow. I thought you were going to say you were going to go golfing, Jay.
Right?
If you guys, well, Brian's been here before, but maybe, you know what? I need a pair. I need a set of lefty clubs. I'm a lefty.
I'm a lefty.
I'm a lefty.
Right, well, too bad we're on opposite sides of the country.
Yeah. Well, they have lefty clubs where you live, so
It's true.
You can rent them too.
Oh, yeah, but isn't it where like the lefty? If you go to like
I'm making a
usually
beer
the
run. I'll be
lefty
right back.
stuff, it's like the shit out of like all the stuff because there's not many lefties that probably come in there and they get
Probably
the garbage.
actually pretty good because no one really uses it. So that would be my theory.
I agree.
That's a good point.
But you could check. I mean, you get yourself a pretty awesome set of irons for $250. The technology hasn't really improved with irons as much as it has with like drivers and 3-woods and stuff like that. That's where you get one from today. It's probably they're $500 for a driver.
Yeah, I know. What was the big Betty? What was it? The Big Bertha or something was the
Big Bertha. That's 25 years ago. Yeah. Easy.
Do they still make those?
They don't. I don't think they make a Big Bertha, but Callaway obviously makes great clubs, and they keep changing the technology to try and get you to buy a new one, but you're literally only maybe picking up a yard or two or losing a yard. I mean, nothing's going to make you play better than what you have in your. It's just like if you play guitar. Like no guitar is going to make you play better. So it's the same kind of thing with golf, but they keep kind of tricking you that the technology is going to make you so much better. But it's even good players, people who play a lot, like Brian. What's your handicap? You like a 5 or something, or
my golf game is handicapped. I'm terrible. No, my golf game, I'm like, I think my handicap's a 29.
Get out of here, dude!
Swear to God, man, I didn't really start
and you
playing.
Play a lot. And you play
I do
a lot.
now. I play at least once a week. So once baseball's done, I'll go multiple times a week. But like tonight, I shot a 48, a 9. So
Mikey Mojo brings up a point. Do what John Daly does. I have a good John Daly story.
Okay.
By the way, that's my dad in there saying "Hello, ball." Remember?
Ball? I love that. Yeah, it's a honeymoon.
Dimebag in the house.
I was in Binion's Horseshoe Casino in Tunica, Mississippi, which is about 40 minutes south of Memphis, Tennessee, when I was working in Memphis in the 90s. And this is when John Daly was really drinking. And my buddy,
he's changed.
Yeah. My buddy Luke, you may remember, or maybe not, remember a metal band from the 90s called Another Society. My buddy Luke is the lead singer, guitar player, songwriter of the band. And we were in Binion's Horseshoe at like 1:30 in the morning. And we're playing like $15 a hand at the blackjack table. Fucking Tuesday night, 1:30 in the morning. Nobody's in the casino. And in walks John Daly. And John Daly goes up the stairs and he goes into the high rollers room. He's the only guy in the high rollers room. And he sits down at the table and they have to bring a dealer in to sit with John Daly. And John Daly, he signs a piece of paper. They bring him out 2 stacks of chips in multiple colors. And they put them down in front of him. And John Daly, within 15 minutes, is signing another piece of paper for another 2 stacks of chips. And Luke and I, we guesstimate that John Daly lost somewhere between $100,000 and $300,000 that night, drunk, because the drinks are in a matter of 2 or 3 hours. It was ridiculous.
That's like me losing $20. So I mean,
it was insane. We basically stopped playing for real, like for winning. We just started putting minimum dollars out there so we could watch.
We were just
like watching.
Because how much money has John Daly won? He hasn't won many tournaments, so it's all like
it was insane how much money he lost, and it was so like it was so nonchalant. He'd like sit back and he would just take his drink, and the drinks at the time, I don't know how they are now. I haven't been in a casino in a while, but in Tunica, the drinks were free.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wonder if he was just there to drink for free, so to speak. And it was amazing. I mean, it was 2 stacks of 1, 2, 3, I want to say 5 or 7 rows of chips, starting with purple, then black, then green, then red, then I think white.
What about brown? Whether the brown,
what can brown do for you?
He does. Yes, fuck you money.
Well, he clearly had fuck you money because we literally, Luke and I were just like, we were like, oh my God, look at how much. And the dealer was sitting there and, he's smiling. Dealer doesn't give a shit. Dealer just looks at us. He He's in here like 3 times a week. And we're like, are you shitting me? He lost. I mean, and this was, again, in the 90s, John Daly was a fucking nightmare. And we just sat and watched. We watched for a good hour and a half. It was unfucking believable to watch how much money he just, and it was because in a casino, you don't think about it. I mean, it's just a piece of plastic. It's a piece of plastic with a color.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that piece of plastic, that black piece of plastic is for some people an entire day's pay, or that purple piece of plastic is a week's pay for some people. And you can piss it away in a matter of 11 seconds.
So check this out. So Randy Price, and again, this is just, we haven't investigated this, but we're going to take Randy's word for it, right? Yeah, Randy. So what is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Randy knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
I'm going to take his word for it. Yeah. Where is it? He says his current net worth is around $2 million.
Well, he lost fucking 10% of that easily the night we watched him play.
Well, Daly's lost around 55 million. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, he was.
That means he's had some good nights though. So he's probably I mean, just like a broken clock's right twice a day. He's probably had some good pays too. It's not always just throwing it away, but he's got great stories. I heard him tell a story about a strip club once where he dropped like $100,000 or something on strippers, and something crazy like that. Could you imagine? Yeah, there you go. I mean, I'm almost tempted to be a stripper if someone's going to come in and drop $100,000 in a night. That's a year's pay for somebody.
Well, Caleb, I hope John Daly made it. I hope it was worth it. I hope he wore sweatpants, no boxers.
Hell yeah.
That's how you got to roll if you go to a strip club.
How you roll.
What's the point in wearing like a thick pair of undies with some thick ass Levi's 501 buttonfly jeans? You gotta reduce.
You just violated the bro code. You're not even supposed to say that.
No, that's a strip club uniform.
No, you gotta. Hey, tips, man, tips. Just
T-shirt. Boxers,
I lived with 2 strippers for a while, but they were day shift.
Oh boy. oh yikes.
Oh. They were at a terrible strip bar just north of Boston in Billerica, Massachusetts called Max 2. I don't know what happened to Max 1, but I know Max 2 had a pipe bomb dropped in the back door at one point.
Oh shit.
It was a quality strip club.
Real quick, I got a message from Leo Safko. Breaking news, Leo Safko.
Wait, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news with Leo Safko.
My man just hit me up via my Farmers Only app, and he said that Randy Price actually knows Ola England. So I mentioned him before. Are you guys familiar with Ola England?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah. I am.
YouTuber. He's also in the band. You know what band he's in, Jay?
I used to. No, I forget.
The Mayfire?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
The Haunted.
Yes, The Haunted.
Yeah.
I was looking for this.
Great guitarist. I think he would be definitely probably the best person to fill in for Dimebag. So Leo Safko, thank you for the quick message. And
Leo Safko.
And he also owns Solar Guitars. Yes. Thank you. And Brian from Byzantine is endorsed by Solar.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
So.
And he says they're awesome.
You know who actually might be able to pull off the Dimebag gig, and this will sound weird when I say it, Rocky George.
What about Rocky Dennis?
Rocky George from Suicidal Tendencies could probably pull off that gig because he has just enough swing in his playing style. Dime had that thing that wasn't it wasn't mechanical. I mean, he was certainly technically proficient, but he had a swing that you either have or you don't. And Rocky has it.
Yeah, but is he into playing that stuff? And I mean,
well, I don't know. I mean,
he's played that heavy shit in a long time, right?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Oh, I know another story in music this week. Nita Strauss has left the Alice Cooper band.
Sure,
gentlemen.
And her big reason was, she put it out, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's there you go.
Yeah, apparently she's going to play with Demi Lovato.
Look, there's more money in that than there is playing with Alice Cooper.
Sure.
Look, Nuno Betancourt made huge bank playing with Rihanna.
Yep. And she's more spotlighted. She's playing with, you know, Ryan Roxy and Henriksen from Alice's band, and there's just it's a lot of guitars on stage. So yeah.
Well, it's a huge loss for Alice Cooper, I think, because I believe that a lot of people do go to his concerts to see Nita Strauss.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think guitar players certainly do add an element to, but I don't know that that's why you go to Alice's show. I think that there's probably an interest in that, but I don't know that she's a draw. I don't know that she puts asses in the seats.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, let's check her Instagram and see how many followers she has.
Isn't her?
Yeah, but that's because she's hot, though.
Okay, so why else? You know,
she's not ugly.
That's a good enough reason for you to go see a concert.
Look,
you know,
Demi Lovato is way more mainstream.
Demi Lovato's playing hockey arenas.
Yes. Well, and I mean, Alice can do that. You know, I mean, you know, it's close, but Demi Lovato's definitely got a lot more going on than Alice Cooper these days.
Yes,
and with a different
demo,
bigger.
And she's getting a bigger guarantee.
And she's got a dope ass haircut too.
Let's go back.
And apparently, she has like a really cool all-female band, right? So, Pete Thorne's girlfriend is the drummer for Demi Lovato, I think.
Oh, no shit. 636,000 followers. Let's check.
Now, no, by the way, check that in 6 months.
Oh yeah.
And see what happens after she goes out and plays with Demi Lovato. Look and see how many followers she has.
Maybe like 6 million.
1.4 million. Wow. Let's check Demi Lovato.
That's the fucked up part about it is by the way, I love Alice Cooper, and Alice is a radio friend. He works at our radio station. I see him on a regular basis. Super nice guy, super talented guy, legend. But he's playing theaters. He's playing, 5,500 seat theaters at the best, or playing festival shows.
Sure.
Hold on a second. So listen, I have no idea how big she is. I mean, I know she's big, but like this, right? I wouldn't know until right now whether to agree with 5150 Fair Warning's comment or not. Demi Lovato has 137 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, she's doing just fine. Thanks for asking.
I mean, that's absolutely just insane.
That's got to be like top 10 of all Instagram users.
It's pretty amazing.
41 posts. It's not like she's super active. Holy shit.
Holy shit is right.
Look, I mean, those pop stars, we are in a world. We're in a world of diminishing returns. The bands, they're being the biggest rock band on the planet. For hard rock and metal is clearly Metallica and or Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
And neither of those bands are touching the kind of stuff that Demi Lovato and half these pop stars are going out there. How many people are buying? I mean, great. It's great that Metallica's got a 30-something-year-old or 40-something-year-old song going into the charts, but they're not selling 100,000 records a week anymore.
Metallica has 8.6 million followers. I mean, when you think of that in comparison, like, holy crap.
Like, why wouldn't she? Yeah.
Why wouldn't she? This is like
good business.
She's pregnant with money, is what she's pregnant with. Wow. Well, good for her.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, think of it. She was in the Iron Maidens, right?
Yeah.
She left that to go to Alice Cooper because it was bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And now, after what, 8.5 years or something, or more?
Yeah, it's the music business,
something like that. Yeah. And I think she's smart enough to realize, and again, this is just my perspective, being a solo guitar player, I know she has, I believe, 2 records out now, right? 2 solo records.
She does.
I think she knows that if she goes out and does that, just plays her records, her music, it's not going to be anywhere near something like this.
Oh,
so
no, she'll be spotlighted by this person with 150 million followers, and that'll get her another 10 million followers, and all those people will come see her when she goes out on her solo thing. It's pure business. It's smart. There's nothing wrong with it. Good on her for making that decision. And
it's a good business move.
It is tremendous, and she deserves it. She's working hard. She's definitely a great player and a really nice person. I've heard. I've met her for a second. I'm not going to say where I met her because it's going to sound generic. But
did you meet her at NAM? You met her at NAM.
Oh, I did meet her at NAM.
I met her at NAM. Yeah, I met her at NAM.
Yeah,
I
might get flagged for saying something like that.
I'm friends with her.
But no, I'm not friends with her. But I do have friends that are friends with her. So there you go. But yeah, that's cool. I think.
Jay, what are you scrolling through?
Can you guys not
reading? He's just catching up on the news.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we're about to reach the top of the hour here, which, folks, means get ready for some trivia. Are you ready to
get ready for some trivia?
Really? Are we gonna spin the wheel and give somebody some guitar strings or some picks? Or
we're gonna
we're gonna take some calls.
We're gonna take some calls. Yeah, let's put the phone number up and see what happens.
Pop it up.
And
by the way,
repeaters.
Can I address the I think I'm the only one that hasn't had a chance to comment on the previous situation and why it fell apart.
Now. Would you
this
like
would be a good time to do
box?
I don't know if I need the isolation box, but sure.
No, give him the isolation box.
Give him the isolation.
Popcorn. Yes.
So a lot of people have asked about whether or not what happened with the previous show. And I will start by just saying that the person who runs their channel has every right to run their channel as they see fit. What they don't have the right to do is to treat other people as if they are lesser than they are, and to falsely accuse them of being greedy while soliciting free gifts on their Amazon wish list and whatever other wish list that they're doing, and soliciting people to send them free guitars and repair their guitars for free and send them free pickups and free t-shirts and free jackets and money to change the lights on their shit and money to do all the stupid shit that they do on their show. I think it's, and somebody had brought up that person referred to the people involved in the show, the previous show, as, quote, greedy. I will say personally, never received a dime of any of the super chat money that you gave to that show. Never received any of the money that you gave as a channel member. Never received any of the money. And if you were under the illusion that the host of that show was spreading the wealth that you gave every week as a thank you, or as some way of paying tribute or appreciation for the content that was provided by the 5 other people that are on that show and not the person that sat in the upper left-hand fucking corner. If you were under the impression that money was being spread around, that is a false impression. It is a lie. You have been lied to. And the idea that anybody involved in that show was in any way, shape, or form greedy is bullshit. And so just as a final statement on that, fuck you for lying to the people that watched your show. Fuck you for treating the people that brought content to your show and made that show fun. Fuck you for not being a real friend and not even being considerate of other people's lives. You didn't give a shit about anybody that did anything except for the 3 hours that they provided free content to your show. And that is the end of that.
Tell us how you really feel, Paul.
No, I just think it's bullshit that somebody would level false accusations at people who, and by the way, all of that said, thank you to that person. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your show for a couple of years. Thank you. I'm appreciative of that. I always said that it's your channel, it's your show, it's your choice to invite me as part of your show. And I was very happy to be a guest of that show. What I was not happy was to hear that people that were involved in that show, when they decided to no longer participate in the show, for whatever reason, they decided to do so. And I don't know that there's any drama. There was no big breakup as far as I know. I know that there was certainly some solicitation of funds based upon the death of famous rock stars and an algorithm and taking that money and putting it into your own use, whatever that was. That actually happened. And by the way, that's none of my business. That's how you choose to run your show. But when you call me greedy and you call people that were involved in there backstabbers or people that are just turncoats on you, that's bullshit. And I'm going to call you out on it. Thank you for inviting me onto your show. I appreciate it. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be friends with Jay. I wouldn't be friends with Caleb. And I wouldn't be friends with BonerJams. So I appreciate all that. And I wouldn't have so many friends that are in the chat that sent me so many well wishes when I had COVID last week. So I appreciate all of those things, but fuck you for lying to the audience.
All right.
And that's it.
Well said, man. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you.
No, I'm great. And again, I appreciate you. Thank you. I wish you the best, but don't lie to people. That's all. Just don't lie to people.
Cool.
Well, how do we should we just end it there?
No. I mean, I just think it's bullshit. I just think it's bullshit that somebody would do that.
We know how you feel.
No, I mean,
and
when I heard the word greedy thrown about, and you guys have the audio of it, it's just greed. It's just greedy. What the fuck did we get?
Yeah.
What did we get in that
Listen,
situation?
personally, I mean, I never asked for anything. He was kind enough to let me promote my band on the channel and stuff like that, which I am grateful
Which is
for.
great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, the word greedy doesn't fit. With what we've done and what we're doing, it just doesn't fit.
There was no greed.
Maybe we turned on him. Yeah, but you know what? There was no. When I left, there was no thank you. There was nothing. It was just crickets.
Well, I don't care about the thank you or any of that stuff.
I don't need him to say thank you. I just thought, wow.
You don't need to be told thank you, but it's nice to feel appreciated, like to show some kind of appreciation.
Yeah, like maybe once in a while, like a message say, "Hey, I really appreciate the content you're bringing to my channel. It means a lot to me." And I hope you know that. But there was never a conversation, a text, a private message, nothing like that.
It got to the point where I felt like we were distracting them from things that they would rather be doing.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like it was an imposition to have to hang out with us on certain nights. And I find that to be disingenuous. Just end the show. If you don't like what we're doing, then just end the show. But don't lie and tell people that they're greedy and that, because if anybody can, I mean, yes, it was great that he promoted your band. It was great that he was supportive of Nerd Halen, and it was great that he invited us on the show and gave us a forum to meet each other. I'm thankful. I will always forever be indebted to that individual for introducing me to some great friends.
Hell yeah.
But I just can't abide by the lies. And that's the only thing I have an issue with. Other than that, I wish the person the best of luck. I hope that, people enjoy you eating. That's all. I'm not mad.
Hey, it's trivia time.
What's this? What is this?
What is that?
What is that?
No.
Oh.
What is that?
That guy in the top left, man, there's not enough time to talk about him, but he sits at his house with his mom and he writes poetry to women all day. And he takes selfies, like super close selfies of his face. You can see his pores. He's got no clothes on. It's fucking weird. So
okay,
just wanted to share that with you guys.
I'm glad we got him on our algorithm. Thank you.
That's great. He looks sexy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all right, we're connected here. Do not disturb is off. If anybody wants to call that number below, 802-715-5150.
Great phone number. I mean, that's probably the best thing about the channel right here is that phone number.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that doesn't speak well about the channel. If we're
802-715-5150.
All right. Cool.
We have a call coming in.
Here we go.
All right, Here comes a call. Hey, everybody, it's false flag.
$2. It's curtsy.
Let's find out. Hello, you're on the air under the bus.
Turn off your sound.
Yeah, turn your radio down or whatever.
It's Kurt with a C.
It's curtsy.
Yeah, Kurt with a C. Yes, we know.
Big shock.
Nice
You don't
job,
get to
Boner.
play the game. You don't get to play trivia.
You know. Well,
Did you cut him
I
off?
do.
like I said, if I do, if I win, am I cut off?
No, you're still here.
No, you're still here. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
you played last week, right? So,
yeah. If I win,
yeah,
give the shirt to Paul.
Oh, I get a
Paul's
shirt?
already gonna have a shirt. Oh, I didn't wear my shirt today.
I don't
Shit.
have a shirt. I'm wearing my Mr. Softy shirt.
I'll get you a shirt, Paul.
Thanks. I'm wearing my Mr. Softy shirt because it's the greatest.
I haven't gotten my shirt yet, but that might be the mail.
I didn't send it out yet.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even want a prize. I just want to play the game.
All right. So tonight, I don't have any questions for you. So BonerJams is going to take over for the. You're about to play. Kirsty's about to play.
Under the bus trivia time with BonerJams.
This is the worst show I've ever been part of. All right, second worst.
Second.
All right. Damn. All right, Kurtzy, you ready?
Kirsty, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Since
there
we
a
were
delay?
talking a little earlier about Pantera, name 2 albums released in the 90s from Pantera.
Oh, good. I don't know.
Oh my God, Pantera. And I'm not a Pantera guy, but let me.
I named one of them earlier.
You're giving him time to Google it, by the way.
Okay, I wasn't watching earlier. Just a sec. What's that? The one where he's slugging the dude in the face. I can't think of the name.
That's
Vulgar.
It's only their biggest album.
Okay, it's not something. Anyway, is another one Cowboys from Hell? Is that one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I think that came out before 1990, though.
I think it was 1990 was the first. Whatever. All right, Kurtzy.
Okay.
I think.
And the other. And go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's something like obscene. Is it obscene display of violence or something? Am I close?
Nope.
That's pretty.
It's pretty violent. It's not a
Vulgar display of power. Obscene. What is it? What'd you call it? Obscene.
Blood display of violence.
Obscene display of violence.
I got display.
You did get display.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a tough word to say.
For not being a Pantera guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Paul wins a shirt.
Close.
Great, I get a
ladies
shirt.
and gentlemen. Thank you.
Does anybody
Kirsty,
remember?
thank you.
Can anybody name the original lead singer for Pantera?
Yes.
Does anybody know what?
Elton John.
Elton John. He's got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Kurtzy. We'll talk to you next week.
Got it. Nailed it. Yeah. Okay.
Nailed it.
Later.
Terry Blaze.
Yeah. Do you know what? Terry Glaze.
Blaze, that's what I meant. Blaze.
Yeah. Do you remember what? Do you know what band he went on to be part of?
Wait, Terry who?
Glaze.
Terry Glaze.
Glaze?
Yes.
I'm not sure what band he went to. No.
Lord Tracy.
Lord Tracy Lords, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were contacted by her lawyers because of that.
Hey, next time you go to a Dunkin' Donuts and you peek into the back room, if you see him back there, don't eat it. Don't eat a cream-filled donut.
Stay away from that. Yeah. That's the honey dip donut.
They have the celery juice donuts. Pretty good, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Gross.
Nice.
Thanks.
You made
Anybody else calling
Thanks
in?
for playing, Kurtzy.
Yeah. Anybody else want to call in? We have 68 watching now. That's pretty big.
Damn.
Is that good?
That's
yeah,
really good for us.
71 we got now. Fuck yeah, it is.
All right,
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
Kurt, I think,
Breaking
lost his
70?
job.
Awesome. One of you guys call in. Come on.
Hey,
Be brave.
Kurt.
Bah.
Come on, somebody else calling. What are we doing here?
There's the phone number. You know what to do. We're live.
And if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed and or come on, step it up.
Yeah, get us over 200. If you're new to this channel and you're in the chat, just hit the subscribe and get us over 200.
Shit.
We have a call.
We have a call.
Hello, you're on the Under the Bus Network.
I like the fact that.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening?
What's up?
Who's this?
This is Andy Carson.
Andy Carson, what's going on?
What's up, Andy?
Hello, Andy Carson.
Awesome. Thanks for calling, dude.
Just hanging out, watching you guys.
Do we have a
That's good.
trivia
Glad to
question
see
for
Paul
Andy
back.
Carson?
Good to see you, brother.
Where are you from, Andy?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Beautiful. Hey,
Chattanooga,
are
nice.
you near
Central Tennessee.
Gatlinburg? Are you near Gatlinburg?
No, I'm about an hour and a half south of Gatlinburg.
Okay. I'll be in Gatlinburg on the 19th of August. We'll be playing
You're-
Monsters on the Mountain. Shameless plug.
So south, but not north.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to try my best to be up there, dude.
Oh, that'd
Oh,
be
hell
great.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Come
great.
say hello. It's going to be a great weekend.
And wear your
Uh,
Under the Bus T-shirt, Andy Carson.
There you go.
Does he have an Under the Bus
Patreon
t-shirt?
member.
Oh,
Why the
thank you,
fuck does
Andy Carson.
have a Under the Bus t-shirt and I don't?
We got you, bro. Don't worry.
Can you put me on? I'll put it on my wish list.
Wait, why isn't Andy Carson on there?
He's the top one.
Oh,
Because you need glasses. That's why. All right. Andy Carson, are you ready to play trivia?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Andy Carson. Welcome to Under the Bus Network. And here we go.
go ahead. BonerJams with the question. Go.
We're going to stay on the Pantera. We'll stay with Pantera topic tonight. So, all right. Name 2 songs off the Great Southern Trendkill.
God.
What?
What?
Can we get like who has a bigger wiener? Like, can we get questions like that instead of fucking 2 songs off an album?
Jesus Christ.
Let's see if you can do
Man,
it.
and I can't
Paul
name 2
doesn't
songs.
fucking know it.
Man, I've only listened to Cowboys from Hell, Vulgar Display of Violence,
All right.
and Far Beyond Driven. Those are the only 3 albums I've ever listened to. I've never.
You know what I think is? I think
Okay.
you should get the T-shirt just for having the accent because that's full on Pantera twang.
Hell yeah, it is.
All right. 2 songs off of Cowboys from Hell and not Cowboys from Hell.
Yes.
Cemetery Gates and oh geez.
5, 4.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Primal Concrete.
Andy Carson, ladies and gentlemen, Chattanooga, Tennessee, calling.
That's awesome.
Andy, do you have anything else to add to this amazing stream we got going on here?
I love the fact that you take live phone calls from people. Don't give them the finger and give them shit after they've donated $2,500 to your channel.
Well, just great to see your face again, Paul.
Said nobody ever.
That's the first time for everything.
Oh, thanks, Andy Carson.
Good to see Andy, man. Thank you so much for the kindness.
Oh, he said
I had
Boner
this
answered
feeling-
his email.
I had this feeling Paul would
Yeah,
have
I
a
sent you guys
filter
an email.
on our new show, but I was so wrong. So wrong.
No, I got thrown off the
I was
last
gonna
show briefly
send you,
for swearing too much.
What's that?
I was going to send all you guys one of my fire station T-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
do so,
Hell yeah.
please. Absolutely. Fuck,
Who wants to give
firefighters.
Andy their address?
Yeah,
Firefighters are awesome.
yeah. I
Man,
sent
you
it.
guys are fucking nuts.
Yeah, I sent it to the Under the Bus at Gmail or whatever.
All right, we'll
So,
check it.
yeah.
Kurt's been responsible for that,
Just
so blame
fun.
Kurt. Blame Kurt. He's responsible for
Okay.
that email address. So
Dude,
Oh, I guess
firefighters
He's not here
are
to
fucking
defend
shit.
himself. Yeah,
No, that's why we're
That's
gonna
all of
represent
our
him.
sizes.
We'll-
Okay.
we'll throw him under the bus.
That's right.
Thanks, Andy.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. I gotta go. I gotta be on duty tomorrow, so you guys take care. We'll
Thanks,
see you
man.
soon.
Be safe,
Thank you for
Andy.
your
Be
service.
Be safe,
dude.
Andy. Thank you, man.
See you guys.
Thank you for what you do, man. Firefighters are the shit, man.
Yes, they are. Awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you, Andy Carson.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to run toward a fucking fire while everybody else is running away
Yeah.
from it. Those people are awesome.
All right, somebody's sending me triple X rated. Oh, we got one more caller tonight, everybody. I know
One
who it
more?
is. You ready?
Why one more? Well, we could do this for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, we could do this for a while. This is a good bit.
Live callers are great.
Hello, I know who you are because of caller ID, but how you doing tonight? Who's this?
I'm doing good. Hey guys, this is James from Zim's Guitars in
Hey!
Oh,
What are you doing
What's up,
over
Vin?
here?
yeah. Hey, it's not Tuesday where
Man,
you don't
I
have
need
anything
as
to do
much content as I can get.
Well, you got it over here, man. How you doing?
I know. Now I've got 2 channels I can watch and try to promote my guitar shop in both of them.
Oh, you're cutting out here, Dane. I'm starting to.
Are you still on the other channel?
No, I haven't done anything over there.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yep. If you want to be on that channel,
You
great.
know, my whole reason for doing any of it is to promote my guitar shop.
That's right. And it's Zim's Guitars in
Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in
It's
the
a
area,
great guitar shop.
Go say hi to Dane. He takes trade-ins. He loves new gear. He loves to make deals, and is a good dude. He's a tall dude, and not too imposing, but a little bit. And but he'll talk your ear off, and that's good. He's a good hang.
Ask me anything about Pantera. Ask me anything.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
okay.
That was in our hands, Brian. Here we go.
Here's a challenge.
Go ahead, Brian. Go. BonerJams.
So off of my favorite album, The Great Southern Trendkill, the first song, The Great Southern Trendkill, the opening scream is not sung by Phil Anselmo. It's sung by who and from what band? Go.
What?
Jesus, that is next level nerd shit.
I'm going to say Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
That'd be great, but that is wrong. It is the singer from Anal Cunt. Yes, that is a band.
Are you serious?
Anal Cunt is one of the worst band names ever, and yet one of the greatest band names ever.
I'm surprised they weren't bigger. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, when you go to a record store, it's just listed under AC.
Okay,
right.
cool.
I have another, Zim, I have another question for you. See if you can get it. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. The closing track off of Far Beyond Driven. What is the closing track of Far Beyond Driven? Is a cover song of, I'm not going to say the band because I'll give it away. But what is it? And what's the name of the song?
That would be Terrible Ted Nugent's Cat Scratch Fever, baby.
That is wrong.
It's Planet Caravan.
Planet Caravan.
By the way, I will say this, which is
Planet
sacrilege.
Caravan. I knew that.
I will say this, which is
I knew
sacrilege.
that. My band covered that.
Planet Caravan by Pantera is better than Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely better.
The song is awesome.
They whatever, you know, the vibe. I mean, fucking Dimes, his soloing at the end of that is just so tasty and so jazzy. That was one of the first times I got an idea of how good a player that Dime was, because, you know, most of the time during the Pantera stuff, he's doing all the fucking, you know, the legato stuff and the whammy bar stuff, and you don't get an idea of how much touch he has and how much taste he has in his playing. And when Planet Caravan happened and you listen to the end of that, the fading out, it's just jazzy and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I really think it's a better version than the Black Sabbath version.
I agree.
Agreed. 100%. Yep.
Oh, something's
Very
going
good.
through here. Oh shit, gentlemen. Do we have we have breaking news here. Dane, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah.
We hope to hear from you again pretty soon.
I need more beer.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Dane.
Thanks,
Can I go get more beer, or do you need me to be here for this?
You can get a beer. You can get a beer.
All right, I'll be right back.
So I'm trying to find the right sound effect. Where is it? It's okay. I'll just use this one for tonight. How about that?
All right.
We have a new Patreon member.
Huh?
And it is False Flag.
Holy
Oh.
wow.
Yes.
False Flag. Thank you, False Flag, for jumping on board the bus.
Now, False Flag, remember.
No yelling on the bus.
Okay. But other than that, thank you. Awesome. False Flag.
Is he a Bang Bus patron, or is he a tour bus, or is he the short bus? What is he, Jay?
I don't know. It just says, congratulations. You are now a patron of Under the Bus Network. Welcome.
Nice.
Dude, thank you so much, False Flag. That
Thanks,
makes
False
me just want to.
Dude, False Flag's a good dude.
He is.
Yeah. And we'll never call it a crank call on this channel.
And never give him the finger for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we have one more call we got to get to.
That was a complete dick. That was a complete dick move. That and calling the person that makes your entire Tuesday night show worth watching stupid.
You're on the air. Who is this?
What's up, guys? It's Randy Price.
Randy Price, what's happening, man?
Randy Price. How are you, brother?
The price is right.
What's happening, guys?
Randy, is it true that you're Ola England? You're friends with Ola?
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah!
Awesome.
How do you know him?
I started following him in the infancy of his YouTube channel back in like 2009, and just kind of built a relationship with him through that. And I actually had one of his, when he was with Strictly 7 guitars, I had his prototype signature model with the first 7-string they made him. He shipped it to me to get an Evertune put on it through a local shop here in Atlanta. So I had it for a few weeks until he rolled through with 6 Feet Under and got Smoke J with Chris Barnes. Yeah.
I will tell you, 6 Feet Under's 6 Feet Under's Graveyard Classics is fucking outstanding.
I'll go with that. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, super good.
Chris Barnes, psychopath.
Hey, we're on the air.
Well, Randy, when next time you talk to him, tell him I said hi. And tell him that BonerJams sends his love, and he's always welcome on the show. We would love to have him at any time.
I think he would be hilarious on this show.
He would be great. I love watching him. He's the best. I think he's the best metal YouTuber out there.
Yeah,
hands down.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Plus, he's a dope-ass guitarist. So,
right. And since we're on the Pantera kick, I have 2 things real quick.
All right, man. Go ahead.
If you haven't checked him, check out Wes Hauch, Hauch. He did a Seymour Duncan video with Keith Marrow a few years back. He can nail the Dimebag stuff on.
Okay.
And since it's trivia time, I have a trivia question for you guys.
Okay.
Don't sing it. Bring it.
Is Pantera rated?
All right, cool.
I'm out.
Caleb, it's all on you.
Sorry.
Go, Randy Price, go.
So, what famous guitarist did Dimebag piss off by offering him a bag of Dunkin' Donuts? To which this guitarist responded back to Dime with, "I don't fucking eat donuts."
Can I take a guess?
Yes.
I'm going to say Yngwie Malmsteen.
Winner.
Whoa, really?
Whoa.
You would never, if you had said to me that Yngwie Malmsteen doesn't eat donuts, I would have said you were a liar.
And could he be more of a dick than for that? Just the I don't eat donuts part. Come on.
Wow.
Who doesn't eat donuts?
Instead of just a kind, oh, no, thanks, man. Appreciate it. No.
I don't
unleash the fucking fury. And I say that as a fan. I love Yngwie, man. I think Yngwie is an amazing player, but a complete douche as a human being.
Yeah.
That's there awesome. You go. Yngwie Malmsteen just was thrown under the bus.
We do.
Thanks, Randy Price.
Who goes under the bus this week?
Not who. Guys. How many?
Randy, thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
No
Thanks
problem,
for calling.
man. You guys.
Thanks, Randy.
Put in the good word for us, will you?
Yeah.
Will do.
Yngwie?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, bring him some donuts for you.
Yes, that's it.
Randy, you coming to Monsters on the Mountain?
I might. I've thought about it. It's like 4.5 hours north of me.
Ooh. 4.5 hours.
If you were a real friend, you'd do it.
Hey,
4.5 hours north.
Yngwie's playing the night we're playing, so you'd get Nerd Halen and Yngwie Malmsteen. Can you ask for more? How about Extreme and Tom Kiefer and Richie Kotzen all that night? It's gonna be awesome.
Jesus, Richie Kotzen is a fucking phenomenal guitar player, but he's an even better singer.
Yep.
All right, Randy, we might have another call coming in. This thing is rolling now.
All right.
I'll tell you a
thanks,
quick,
man.
Thanks,
quick
Randy.
Yngwie story. Yngwie Malmsteen was in a band called Steeler with Ron Keel. And I happened to sort of be friends with Ron, and I had asked him years ago what it was like being in a band with Yngwie. And Ron Keel said to me, and I quote, "Yngwie Malmsteen and I are fruits of the same tree. We're just on different branches." I thought that was very philosophical.
Very.
Yeah,
gotta
who's
use
on with
that.
us now?
Hey boys, it's Big A. Big fan.
Big A, what's happening, my man?
I need some help. Yeah. I need some help. I walked in a few nights in a row with my old lady watching Danzig videos. Now, I think she's hot for the guy. Yeah. How hard would it be for a fella who's never played guitar to learn Devil's Plaything on the guitar? How long? How many weeks? I want to get my old lady hot, and I think Danzig is doing the trick.
Well, I would suggest Mother because it's a hit.
The call of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good stuff right there.
Right there.
When I think Glenn Danzig, I think
Can I get
Primal,
a cute guitar,
fantastic
Greg
guitar
Wrist?
players.
I got a spring for like. Okay. You hear that? I'm coming for you, baby. I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, and I'm gonna give you a Devil's Plaything with my dick.
Mother, don't let your children call under the bus.
Big A.
Can you
so much,
turn that
Big A.
into a drop? That last part? Can you turn that
It
into a
was
drop?
fucking
Please?
great.
Oh, Big A. Appreciate it, man.
Give you the Devil's Plaything with
I'll
my
give you the
dick.
Devil's Plaything with my dick. I think everything sounds better in a Southern accent.
It just does.
It just has a better. It's like it sounds more obnoxious in a New England accent, and it sounds better in a Southern accent.
Well, Big A's from Newburgh, so
And it sounds way more evil in an English accent.
All right.
You ever notice that in any movie that you watch, the villain, no matter where it could be, has an English accent? Like it's like the guy could be be Genghis Khan, and all of a sudden he's like, we've got to make sure that we rape the women and pillage the village. And you're like, what? You're fucking Mongolian. Why do you have an English accent?
Caleb's echoing. I had to mute him for a second.
What? I'm just reading Warlag's comment. So, that's
I don't even see the comments right now.
great segue there. By the way, Warlag says he's got a friend on his way to Vegas this week, and he's going to be there when yous are playing. Going to try to get him to see us. He brings
What's her
up
name?
I don't know, but he's bringing up our show. We're playing. Nerd Halen's playing next Thursday night, July 21st at Counts Vamped off the strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. There it is.
Let me get the thing off.
Hold
Hold on.
We'll get the thing off. And
Damn it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's going to be great. Everyone knows Five Finger Death Punch's bass player, Chris Cal. Is going to do his stand-up for the very first time, and watching that is pretty awesome. These guys, they did it on the Monsters of Rock cruise. It was Kip Winger was awesome at stand-up.
Kip Winger does stand-up?
He did it for this Punchlines and Backlines thing that
That's awesome.
Nerd Halen is doing the show with, and it was a great experience. So what they do is they bring real comics, and they bring up a rock star, and a rock star tries his hand at probably the most hard thing to ever attempt in show business, a stand-up comedy set. So that's happening next Thursday night in Las Vegas at Counts Vamped, a 90-minute Nerd Halen set. It's going to be pretty good. So
Now, has Keith Campbell made up his mind yet? Is he going?
I haven't heard a definitive yes or no, but it sounded like we planted the seed pretty good on Saturday night when we did our little pop-up show, which was pretty fun actually. And we might do that again soon, and we might actually have Paul on for that when we do that in the future, which would be great too. I don't know. I don't want to hold Paul to anything, but
we're actually doing it.
Caleb, you're gonna have to jump out and jump back in real quick, dude.
Okay, I'll do that.
Big time.
Here I go.
again.
We're actually doing our first. Well, I know Jay and Kurt did it on Saturday the other day, but our first formal show next weekend, right, Jay?
Is
Good
it?
talk.
No,
Maybe not.
next weekend. Next week,
Yeah,
the
next
23rd, right?
23rd.
The
Not
20
this weekend. Next weekend.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we are starting a new Saturday show. We're still toying with the names, but we'll decide obviously before we start promoting it. Yep. All Caleb had to do is refresh the. There we go. There we go. I got to keep everybody in order here.
There we go.
So as far as stand-up comedy, you know, I've said for the past, I don't know, maybe 10 years, I thought that, man, if there's one thing that you could do, one profession, and be like really good at it, it would be stand-up comedy because it's instant gratification. Like there's nothing like a room full or a theater full or a fucking stadium full of people laughing at something.
Yes.
I mean, all I know is a room full of people laughing.
And that's why they all kill themselves, because it's the greatest rush in the world to have a quality set of stand-up comedy that you're running, to have everyone in the room going. There's nothing like it, and you're all alone, and it feels like you climbed Mount Everest, is what I've heard. I've never done it myself, but I know that there's a reason that even some of the most famous actors in the world now still go out to the local club and do a set because that's where the juice is. So yes,
I will tell you, as somebody that sort of does that for a living, what I do as a morning radio host is somewhat of a stand-up comic, but I have to do a different set every day. Like most of what we do, what I do, my job on the show is to be the sort of stream of consciousness. The joke on the show is that my partner Mark is Tom Brady and I'm Rob Gronkowski. It's my job to sort of finish the play when he starts to play. And there's a difference between doing it on the radio or doing it on YouTube, and doing it live in front of an audience. When you do it live in front of an audience, you've got, a 45-minute, or if you're a headlining comic, you've got an hour and a half of material, and you've got a set that you've worked on for weeks and months, and it's predicated upon doing it perfectly in a different city every night. And when they get that, it's like a band. You do your set in a different city every night, and you get that instant gratification response. When you do it on YouTube or you do it on the radio, you do it on television, you have to assume the response. And it's a different rush. There's nothing quite like, and you know this as musicians, there's nothing quite like being on stage, finishing your song, and watching 10, 20, 50, whatever thousand people raise their fists and applaud and approve. It's like nobody likes to be told their baby is ugly, but when you're told your baby is beautiful, there's nothing quite like it. You get a chill down the back of your neck and you feel incredible satisfaction. And the unfortunate part about it is a lot of those guys like Robin Williams and like Richard Jeni and like a lot of these guys, when that goes away for them, they're empty, they're alone. That's why I have a good friend who's a comedian named Craig Gass. Craig Gass is a good friend of mine. And Craig is a recovering addict. And I'm not saying anything that he hasn't already admitted to live. And Craig goes to radio shows and hangs out on these radio shows for a couple hours every morning, because if he's alone with his thoughts go to a bad place. And a lot of these comics are really, they judge and base their worth on the response of an audience. And it's unfortunate. And yet on the other hand, it's the greatest feeling in the world to watch people cheer and laugh at what you do, because it gives you a level of intimacy and acceptance from complete strangers.
Well, I will say that going on the feeling that we used to get right before, like the intro music would fade out and we're walking on stage and all of a sudden people start cheering, like that to me was like the greatest kind of like natural high you could ever like. They say it all the time. If you could bottle that, you like everybody would take it, because it's that type of thing that you can't get that anywhere else. It's a strange thing. And I understand why people that go on the road, or wrestlers and any type of people, that person that like does something in front of people, I can understand why, when they get off the road or do whatever, they kind of shut down a little bit because there's something that happens to your body that it's hard to fucking deal with.
I was a tour manager, and I remember coming off the road for a couple of weeks, and it was such a slowdown and depressing, feeling, and I'm not even in the band, so I can only imagine what the guys were feeling. But as far as stand up, I recently was able to catch our singer for Nerd Halen's, Hal Sparks, did a set at the Improv here in Los Angeles about a week and a half ago, and I've seen him do some stand up before. Like he did some sets on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and he's a guy who doesn't have a script. He just goes, and it all comes to him, and he just goes. It's frightening how quick he is and how much control. But the best joke from the other night, I don't want to give it away if you're going to go see Hal soon at one of his shows, but he was talking. He's like, I think it was setting up. He's like, I heard some other comics talking about dick pics. I don't know what this phenomenon is. If you're thinking about sending one to someone, if you're thinking about, I'm going to take a picture of my junk and I'm going to send it out into the world where someone else has control of it. My answer to that is never send anyone a picture of your dick. I repeat, never send anyone a picture of your dick unless it's in their mouth. That's the best thing ever.
Oh shit!
One of my favorite.
This is gonna be pissed. You fucking.
I stole his joke. Yes, but it was so good. I was dying. I was crying.
But what you were saying about Hal is pretty cool because he will also adjust his set according to the way the audience is reacting to him as well. I saw him at the Tempe Improv one night, and we had made some sort of a joke on the show. He had come in the show that I was working at the radio station, and we made some sort of an inside joke, and he worked it into his set to bait the audience. And we had talked about how the audience could potentially react to what he would say. Mm-hmm. And he threw it out there, and we joked about which would be the audience reaction. And when the audience reacted a certain way, he turned and looked at me and winked. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like, he knew exactly what was going to happen. He is a master of human behavior. He can push a hot button, and a great comedian will do that. Can push a hot button and can anticipate the 5 potential responses to what he's about to say, and has a dozen different responses for each one of the 5 responses, and can go in so many different directions.
It's comedy chess.
It is a talent that very few comedians possess, and that's what separates the great comedians from the hacks that are playing Wednesday night at the Chuckle Hut.
Hey, speaking of buttons.
Jeez, I gotta take a leak so bad I can taste it.
Okay. Hal's 50, almost 53. We were born 3 days apart, and he's been doing stand-up since he was 15 years old. He snuck into clubs and started doing stand-up. So it's something that he's doing anything, and it's something to see. Like I'm so.
But he gets it too.
Yeah, and he loves it, and he loves to make people laugh. It's more about that than anything, to actually make people feel good. I don't think he does it for himself. I think he likes to bring that to the world, and that he said in the past. He said that's why he wanted to do Nerd Halen. When I asked him, was because why wouldn't I want to make people smile and have fun, which is exactly what, like he said, how bad is your week that you can't hear about going to see Nerd Halen and think, oh, that might make my life better, so it's, I'm truly lucky to have that as a partner in this. So it's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Every court needs a jester. The jester and the clowns. You know, when you go to the circus, everybody remembers the clowns. Some people remember the lion tamer, some people remember the acrobat. But when the clown car comes out and the clowns come out to make everybody laugh, that's the money shot. And when somebody, it's the most noble cause in the world for somebody to go out there and, you know, look, when a guy like Hal gets up on stage, people have already been through the worst part of their day. They've gone to the 8 hours that most people don't like their job. Most people get up, they don't wake up in the morning and go, God, I can't wait to, I don't know, go work at Walgreens or to go shingle a house or whatever it is that you do. Most people don't love what they do for a living. It's a necessity to be able to make the money to survive.
Right.
So by the time they come into the comedy club at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever show Hal is doing, they've already been through the worst part of their day. And for somebody to be able to bring them an escape and to get away from whatever it is that was bothering them in their life, to forget about what the Supreme Court did, to forget about what's going on over in Ukraine, to forget about, you know, the January 6th, to forget about all of those stupid things and just to be able to enjoy themselves for 90 minutes. That's a noble cause. And there's something I'm sure that's very satisfying to somebody for being able to do that. You know, comedians don't make great money. Some do, but most of them don't. Most of them don't they work their asses off. They work late nights, multiple nights a week. They travel a lot. It's not this big glamorous life that they do. It's really fucking hard work. And by the way, they got to get up at 5:30 in the morning to go to the local radio station morning show to do their 5-minute spot to hopefully put another 50 people in the club that night.
Yeah. Jay, who's your favorite comedian all time?
Oh God. I think I would say that Delirious to Raw are the two, in my opinion, the two greatest, especially Delirious. Like Delirious from Eddie Murphy is just, I mean, what was that, 83 and 87? Am I right? Those 2 years, those videos?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I think you're right on there.
83, 84, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Richard Pryor stuff, Carlin is up there. But for those 4 or 5 years that Eddie Murphy did it, I think that was the greatest.
Yeah. What about you, Caleb? Who do you think? Who's your favorite?
He has to say Hal Sparks, otherwise Hal ain't going up in Vegas.
Okay, same Hal Sparks.
Besides Hal, I think Kinnison, when he came on the scene, was like nothing you'd ever seen and fascinating. Because I don't think there was anyone you saw that had a crazy look in their eye like him while doing that, you know, while telling jokes. And I actually hung out with Sam several times in the last 4 months of his life. I have some good stories about that. I don't know if we have time, but just an amazing person and someone he's one of those guys where you think he's that guy on stage and he's so is, but when that guy's like looking you in the eye and asking you questions and talking to you, like you're just you and you're faced with that moment of like, dude, Sam Kinison is asking me about me. And how can, you know, I'm just used to this guy making me laugh, but I'm not used to him, you know, like giving me like we're sitting at a table at Dan Tana's, which was this really nice steakhouse in West Hollywood here, California. This is probably 1992. A really good friend of mine's dad was just a superstar there and holding court, and he had a bunch of people around this table. I won't say who that person was, but he was pretty famous and a great guy. And but Sam was one just one of the gang. And I remember Sam got up from the table and he looked at me like, and we gave me the eye, went, you know, and we went to the men's room and I did an illegal substance with Sam Kinison. And it was the funniest thing ever to actually. No, it wasn't that. It was more generic, but he was hilarious and such a sweet guy, and really funny in person too. So yeah, I'm gonna say Sam Kinison is probably my favorite comic of all time. And I don't know if that was too long an answer, but I'm trying to fill time here. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
we're just rolling the credits, Caleb. Don't worry about it.
And before we get on that, everyone in the chat, tell us who your favorite comedian is.
Well, let's hear yours. We still got you and Paul to get to. Is Paul thinking right now? Is he trying to?
No, I have two answers pretty quickly.
Go ahead, man.
Eddie Izzard. I think Eddie Izzard is one of the smartest and funniest people on the planet. For those of you that don't know him, he is an English comic, transvestite, who after about 10 minutes of watching him on stage dressed in women's clothing, you forget that he's a transvestite because his material is so fucking funny. And the funniest clean comic on the face of the earth is Brian Regan.
Brian, I love me. I saw Brian Regan live.
Brian Regan is
awesome.
Is the kind of guy that without dropping any profanity, without saying anything that is inappropriate in any way, shape, or form, can have you doubled over, grabbing your ribs, laughing. He is so fucking brilliant. So those are my two favorite comics on the face of the earth. And you go old school, yes, Kinison and Carlin and those guys, but Eddie Izzard to me is brilliant.
Awesome.
Boner.
And for me, Tom Segura. I love Tom Segura. Bert Kreischer. Always a big fan of Dane Cook.
Boy,
Carlin,
his
obviously.
fell pretty fast, huh? Dane Cook. He was like hot shit for a couple of years there. Then all of a sudden it was like
everywhere. Remember?
Yeah.
He got the Nickelback effect. He got
Exactly.
too big, too fast, and then everybody turned on him.
The Nickelback of comics for sure.
Yeah,
but definitely a Dane Cook fan. One of the funniest stand-up sketches is from Cat Williams. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cat Williams.
Yeah,
but he talks about Michael Jackson. It is great. Jay, I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it.
Dude, his shit is great. I love his
Yeah.
stuff. You know who I think doesn't get enough credit anymore? Gallagher. Now everybody remembers Gallagher for the whole watermelon and fruit and stuff with the sledge-o-matic, all that stuff.
I still use his lines. Yep.
Dude, if you go back and watch some of his stuff in the 80s, he had some smart shit in there. Like he wasn't just all, everybody pulled a sheet over or the what is it called? The
plastic, yeah.
The plastic.
The tarp.
The tarp, and this guy's going to town on you.
Yeah.
He had some smart comedy, man,
Yeah.
There was a TV show.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there was a TV show back in the early 80s called Make Me Laugh.
Yep.
Late 70s, early 80s, called Make Me Laugh, where basically you would have a person sitting in a chair and there'd be three comedians would come out and they had a minute to tell you all these jokes and you couldn't laugh. You had to keep a straight face through the whole time.
Yep.
And the longer you made it, the more money or prizes that you got. And Gallagher would be on Make Me Laugh, and he didn't have time to do most of his sledge-o-matic and physical comedy. So he had to come out there and do material, and it was really fucking strong.
I still use a line from him. I still say, you know why they make babies cute, so you don't kill them. And it's such a true statement.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
That's why God made babies cute, so you don't kill them.
Well, I remember, my parents would go out for like New Year's or something, and it'd always be like a Carlin special on or a Gallagher on HBO, And I remember the one year I heard him say like, you drive on a what is it? You park in a driveway.
You drive on a freeway.
And you drive on driving a parkway.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking back like, yeah, it makes no sense. Like he'd have all these things.
Stephen Wright? Stephen Wright, right? Said that or no? Stephen
He
Wright
might-
was
he
good
might have
too.
too. He might have too.
You just
but-
start questioning life at that moment, and you're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Zim's guitarist says Gallagher had a twin brother that would do the show if he couldn't make it. And I thought years ago, maybe sometime in the, I don't know, when the late 90s, 2000s, like
That needs
the
to be a
original
movie.
Gallagher retired and his brother took over the gig.
Wow. That needs to be a movie.
It does. We should do, that's a great idea.
That
Zim
needs
brought
to
up a thing here. He said Gallagher had a twin brother that would do the show if he couldn't make it. Did I miss it?
John Bielis?
Did I just John Biel you? Gallagher bought the rights to his show. His brother bought the rights to the act.
When was this? Because I was thinking like late 90s, early 2000s, or was it? Am I way off?
Yeah, I think it was the 2000s. He bought the rights to the act. He basically licensed the act to his brother. His I don't know if he was a twin, but he was a younger brother, I think.
That's awesome. That needs
cool.
to be a movie. That's fascinating.
Did I just miss that? Is that what I missed? That was the line I missed when I was in the bathroom.
Dude, it was like perfect timing too.
Son of a bitch.
Anybody that was watching that happen, they had to have laughed.
Whatever. Send me money. Give me free shit.
Oh man.
Got like 9 minutes left. Any last
yeah.
topics
Caleb,
here?
what shows have you been watching lately? Anything you've been
The Old Man
splurging on? Anything you've just been sitting back watching?
Have you watched The Old Man yet?
No.
Oh, The Old Man is fucking fantastic. Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow.
What is it, on Amazon or Netflix?
It's on FX, and then you can stream it on Hulu, I think. Basically, Jeff Bridges is an old CIA operative that worked in Afghanistan during the 80s and 90s, and basically stole an Afghani warlord's wife, and came back to the United States, and now he really this Afghani warlord wants revenge. And so John Lithgow, who was the CIA agent who helped him facilitate this back in the day, has been assigned to stop him. And the always attractive Amy Brenneman is the love interest. And dude, all you have to hear is Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow, and you're in.
Yeah,
it's fucking good. It's really well done.
Yeah, everyone put in the chat here at the end of the show. I had a question when we were talking about ideas about shows. What's your favorite? What do you think that you've watched is probably the best binge series you could watch right now, if you could suggest one for somebody? And we'll get to this next week and get back on it. But put in the chat. I mean, for me, probably the first 3 seasons of Homeland, I think is probably a show that you could probably watch all 30 episodes without going to sleep. Like you would be that enthralled with what was going on, because all those episodes connect to the next one. So you have to watch the next one. You cannot.
Oh, so you're saying a series or a whatever that you haven't seen yet. That is great.
You haven't seen yet. That's done. Obviously done, or has a lot of seasons in the can that you can watch as far as a binge watching scenario, where because everyone's done it, where they've watched 10 shows in a row because they couldn't stop.
Dude.
For me,
yeah.
Homeland
I've never seen that. I've never seen that, but I remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember. My father was a huge fan of 24 with Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes.
And I want to say they were in like season 4, and I'd never watched it before. And my father was like religious on it, And I remember I was about to leave the house one night, and he was watching an episode, and I believe it was somewhere in season 4. And I remember watching. I was sitting there for like 15 minutes, and I was like, "Holy shit,
dude! I'm serious."
Yeah.
Get started on Homeland. Get started on Homeland.
We rented like the first DVD of the whatever, the first season one. We watched the shit out of it and went back to the video store, returned the DVD the same day, and got the next disc. Like we just Peter North through as many episodes as we could. It was phenomenal. Another one, 24. Check it out.
That show's great.
Yeah.
First 6 seasons, first original seasons of Trailer Park Boys. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, the Breaking Bad, obviously, and the Sopranos are, and like Game of Thrones are stuff that, is top tier for sure. I've never gotten into one episode of Breaking Bad because I'm afraid it'll take up all my life and time.
Yeah.
Until I'm
65
done.
hours. No thanks.
Yep. And also, what's the Dexter, right? Is another one, right? That's fantastic. Apparently.
I didn't see the last season.
I haven't seen any of it, but I just don't have time. But I want to.
It's good.
Yeah.
Barry.
Manilow?
Barry's, yeah, right.
Yeah, Barry is fantastic.
McCockiner?
Right?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's Prison Break. I love that show. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but the first couple seasons was great.
Prison Rape?
Prison Break.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Prison Rape.
And obviously, like Stranger Things, great show. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I just watched that. It was cool, but the last episode was the shit.
Last 2 episodes were great. It took a little while to get into.
It was phenomenal just to see Darth Vader, like in his prime. You know, like just that's pretty special.
Hell yeah.
To be taken back to that time. Yeah.
And
who saw Rogue One? Anyone see Rogue One? That one
wait.
movie?
BonerJams is still.
No, okay. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, lastly, the greatest cartoon series I've talked about a million times to Jay is Gravity Falls, hands down the best cartoon series ever. Love that show. I'll watch that all day.
Family Guy.
Family Guy is great too.
So many.
Go ahead, Caleb. What do you got, man?
Oh, I was saying, if you of all like the Star Wars movies in the modern Disney era, it's probably Rogue One, which is basically in the month leading up to that first Star Wars episode that we ever saw, which was episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
They go like a month before and give you the story that led up to Darth Vader boarding that ship looking for the plans. So
the plans.
Rogue One is a great film. And there's a lot of moments in there where they kind of cross the streams with the Star Wars movie that's coming next. So you see like R2 and 3PO in a scene or two, and you're like, oh my God, you know, and then you're about to see them in a movie that was made 45 years earlier or something. And it's very trippy how they did that. And it's actually really well made. I would check.
If you want to go back, if you want to go back and enjoy a TV show from back in the day, Soap is phenomenal. Way ahead of its
Does it
time.
hold up? Does it hold up?
Yeah, it kind of does because it's so fucked up. It's so wild. Soap was fantastic. Get Smart is still fantastic.
Yes.
Like some of those old shows still hang in.
All you have to do is say his name. Look, see, I said his name and now he's here. See?
He's here.
Whose name?
Barry McCockiner.
Yeah.
That's actually Barry McCockiner. Right
If you say it 3 times, it shows up
with an interesting avatar picture. Yeah.
I want to say my buddy Mike's in here. What's going on, Mike? And his wife. Hey now.
And his wife.
Very cool.
The ending of Rogue One when Vader entered the ship.
What if nobody's seen
Come on.
Come on. If you haven't watched it by now, that's a you problem. Go fuck yourselves. No, the end of Rogue One.
It's almost like you gave the finger to a guy who gave you $2,500.
Shut them all down. Shut them all down.
You guys came in that, you're braver than I thought.
No, definitely that's the best part of the whole movie. Hell yeah.
Hey, speaking of cartoons,
Ravage, eject.
a bit of Transformers, man. I love me some Transformers. That's like the greatest cartoon ever.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
wait, hold on a second. Did anybody see
Autobots roll out
today? Big A already called in, Val, by the way. He already blessed us with his present. Did anybody see this trailer? This new trailer for the Munsters, Rob Zombie.
Couldn't be less interested. Jesus Christ, don't do this.
It's dog shit. It's dog shit. I don't understand why people keep giving Rob Zombie money to make movies.
First of all, Rob Zombie's not that great. Rob Zombie's not that great to begin with. Rob Zombie is Andrew WK with a better makeup artist.
See, I think his remake or reboot or whatever of the first when he did Halloween, I thought Halloween was good.
That was good. That was real
The first
good.
15 minutes of Halloween 2 that he did in the hospital, that was fucking awesome. But then after that was complete shit. But he hasn't done nothing he has done besides that. He keeps putting his wife in movies, and his wife is a terrible actress.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't. That shouldn't. That shouldn't confuse people. I mean, that happens all the time. What I don't understand is which production studios continue to give Rob Zombie a budget to make movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he's just, the movies aren't that good. There's something about Rob Zombie. He's like the hipster Tony Bennett. Like, for whatever reason, people just dig what he does because his name is on it. He's got a sense of credibility that is just like, he hasn't earned it. It's Rob Zombie.
Oh, there it is.
Sure. Yep.
That's a good ending.
Oh boy, nice avatar.
Go to see you. I think it's good to see you, right?
Well done.
Go to see you.
And he also says Rob Zombie movies are shit.
I don't know that they're shit, but I don't think they're good.
Well, they're built up to be these amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with some of White Zombie's earlier music.
Dude, Supercharger Heaven is a fucking great song.
Hell yeah.
There's some killer tunes off his first two records.
Blood, Milk, and Sky might be the greatest stripper song of all time, next to Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Dude, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Thank God for that. Was it in Florida? Some stripper dance, because that was like they released. Was it Woman? I believe was the first single.
Yeah, it
off
was the first single, and it ate shit. Yeah,
and it did. Yeah, it didn't do well, and because they had to sell 5 million records to break even.
Yeah.
Now, could you imagine being? And I don't want to. I know we're running up against the 1105 here, but I couldn't imagine, because they sold 8 million Pyromania, and it's very.
I think more than that now.
More than that now. But it's got to be. Looking back through history, I mean, when a band has that huge album, very rarely do they go past it. You know, I think Metallica was smart enough with the Black Album. They knew they weren't going to do a Black Album too, as far as record sales. They knew it wasn't going to exceed that.
But, you know, it's an interesting thing that you point out, though, because like Kid Rock, I use this as an example for a lot of people. Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause sold 11 million plus, right?
God.
11 million plus for his debut major label record. All right. He had already had like 3 or 4 records out on an independent label, but Atlantic Records puts out Devil Without a Cause. It sells 11 million plus, right? And then the follow-up album only sells 4 million.
Yeah.
Only?
Because I think the midget passed away and his band broke up. So that was
part of that. Yeah.
That's the reason.
But the point being, when your record company and the industry is saying you only sold 4 million records, like, you know, you're in fucking rarefied air. And that's what happened with Metallica. I mean, obviously the Black Album was massive, and then Load and Reload. I mean, those records still sold like 4 and 6 million a piece.
Yep.
And yet they're considered failures by comparison. Jesus Christ, there are bands that spend their entire career that don't sell 4 million records total. How many records do you think Trapped has sold?
I have no fucking idea.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So, we're gonna have Paul back, right? What night?
No, this is it. This is Paul's last.
No, this is it.
Hurrah with us. You know?
Thanks,
done,
Paul.
yeah.
We'll talk about. Don't call us.
Yeah. All right.
We'll call you maybe.
By the way, if you're counting, 9 in 2 hours.
9?
Damn,
Wow.
son.
9 times. Holy
All right.
shit.
Don't put any guitar picks near him.
Are those O'Douls?
No, they're Sam Adams Boston Lager. Your
That's
cousin
right.
from Boston.
Are those the Christmas ones? What flavor are they?
No, they're Boston Lager. It's the regular Sam Adams beer, which is a bitch to find in Arizona, by the way.
Do you have like
them apples?
do you have the colorblind option on or something? Why is it green and red?
No, it's not. It's blue and red.
What color you got here?
We got green here.
Blue.
You need a new camera.
It looks green, but it's blue.
It looks green. I swear it's.
Someone buy him a new camera. Put a camera in your wish list, okay, Paul?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my wish list. Will you guys please send me a free camera and several guitars and some t-shirts and a jacket and
on that note,
and pay my internet bill and my
ladies
lights,
and gentlemen,
and if you could.
Episode 4, Under the Bus. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us tonight.
Yep,
if you
please
like the
subscribe.
content and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit a like on the thumbs up on the channel. You have an option here to become a member of our Patreon group. This helps for the production of this fine broadcasting marvel that is the Under the Bus podcast. And
we don't have colored lights though.
We don't, but there's always a chance that could happen. Probably not, but look, we really appreciate everyone who's hanging out with us. It's been a long time coming. We miss you all. We're already 4 shows deep, 5 if you count Saturday into this little venture, and we're having a blast.
Deep. Oh, deep.
Exactly. Very. And
by the way,
yeah,
I just wanted to say thank you to my friends Caleb and Boner and Jay for inviting me to hang out with you. And Kurt, I'm sorry you're in the air right now, but you missed a fun show. You know, when it's all said and done, getting together and hanging out with your friends is really what it's all about. There's no amount of money, despite the fact that I would like you to send us as much money as you can. And maybe we'll give you something for it, but we probably won't. It's just great to hang out with friends. And that's really what it's all about. So thank you guys for inviting me to come and hang out. And thank you for all the kind emails and questions regarding what's been going on. It's really, it's fucking awesome to be able to that you would spend some time with us.
Hell yeah. Agreed. It's great to see you, Paul. A lot of people have been asking about you. And it's great to see you.
Yeah,
dude,
it's fucking, look, for all the things, all the bad things and all the shots we'll take at the previous engagement. If it weren't for that engagement, this wouldn't exist. So thank you. Fuck you.
And on that note,
well, real quick, I just wanted to thank all these people, and we have to add False Flag to that list because he's our newest. So thank you so much. And let's see, we got anything else back here? I think that's gonna be it. Is it?
We have 198 subs. We need 2 more. Come on, everyone. 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more subs. Hey, episode 5 Under the Bus Network next week, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday. What's that date? You'll see it on the way out.
See it on the way out.
Everybody. Take care.